A few teams are off to very good starts this season. We'll look at one of them. Our feature, which introduces you to an ECHL broadcaster, debuts today. Plus, a pivotal figure in the ECHL's history is recognized for his contributions to hockey. Another season of fun and games starts now on ECHL Week. Hi, welcome to the 5th season of ECHL Week. I'm Barry Schickling, and this time we're coming to you from the new lobby and atrium at the West Banco Arena in Wheeling, West Virginia, home of the Wheeling Nailers. The ECHL's Hall of Fame class of 2017 has been announced. T. Paul Hendrick has served as the ECHL's general counsel since 1994. Early in the league's history, he represented the Carolina, then Wheeling Thunderbirds franchise, and later the Raleigh Ice Caps. Hendrick was instrumental in building the league, including the acquisition of expansion teams from the former West Coast and Central hockey leagues. Rick Kowalski played 10 years in the ECHL and is tied for 15th all-time in points. He's tied for 7th in ECHL playoff goals and ended his playing career by captaining Trenton to the 2005 Kelly Cup. He returned to the Titans the next year as head coach, and 3 years later was named ECHL Coach of the Year. He's now in his 7th season as head coach of Albany in the AHL. Brad Phillips worked 15 years in the ECHL as a linesman and is one of just 3 officials to work at least 1,000 games. He's only the second on-ice official to be inducted into the Hall. The 3 will be recognized as the 10th class of the ECHL Hall of Fame at a luncheon ceremony to be held in conjunction with the 2017 ECHL All-Star Classic on January 18th in Glens Falls, New York. One of the highlights of the early part of the season was the awarding of the Lester Patrick Trophy to one of the fathers of the ECHL, Commissioner Emeritus Pat Kelly. The National Hockey League's annual award, presented for outstanding service to hockey in the United States, was given to Kelly at a banquet in Philadelphia. The event featured hundreds of people from around the hockey world who recognized Kelly for his achievements.
The biggest thrill I had for a long time was making the Colorado Rockies as a head coach. I thought that would be the biggest thrill of my life. But then when they named the cup after me, the ECHL named the Kelly Cup, that beyond did anything. You know. And now this come up, it's another thing that it's hard for me to believe that I accomplished this. And the first person I have to thank is my wife. Without her to be by my side, it'd be tough. And she's a great lady.
He's a classy individual, and you know what? Pat's one of those guys that you always think. I think I've said this a few times. There's few people in your life that as soon as you think of them, whatever somebody mentions their name, or you hear their name, or something reminds you of them, and you just instantly smile. And that's Pat Kelly to me.
I had the fortunate experience to work in East Coast Hockey League in 1989 and 93, and he was like a second father. He guided me through the minor leagues of officiating and put me in every situation for me to succeed, and very fortunate through his guidance to make it to the National Hockey League, where I've been since 1993.
At lunch, one of the guys put the list of players, people on who won the Lester Patrick Award, and he said, "Dear Mr. Kelly, just scroll down." Well, I couldn't believe the names of the gentlemen on there, and ladies hockey teams and other hockey teams. And now, he said, Ron to me, he said, "Mr. Kelly, you're the 156th person. There's your name, 156, on that list of guys." So I said, "Man, I don't care if I was 556. I'm on it. That's great." This is something I'll cherish. I tell you, it's something I never believed that it ever happened to me, but it's a thrill, and I just thank the fans of the United States and the people in this room for accepting me. Thank you.
Pat Kelly, Mark Howard.
We talk with members of one of the Western Conference's top teams when ECHL Week continues.
Cincinnati Cyclones, and you're watching ECHL Week.
The procession of ECHL talent up the rungs of hockey's ladder continues. So far this season, 12 former ECHL players have appeared in a major league game. That brings the total number of former ECHL players to make it to the National Hockey League to 611. As 2016 comes to a close, the Colorado Eagles are at the top of the mountain division. We recently caught up with a few team members and talked with them about the season so far and what expectations they have for the rest of the year.
We like to be a big, fast, physical hockey team that can score some goals and play defense and provide entertainment for our fans. And I think players enjoy playing that way. They like to play an up-tempo pace and be physical, and it gets them engaged in games early. And we've had success with that in the past.
He's a player's coach. He understands us. I mean, he wasn't a player too long ago himself. So, when's to rest us, and when to give us the gears in practice. But no, he's definitely doing a great job this year.
Yeah, I think we started off real well, and then kind of went through a little bit of a slump, and kind of gelling now a little bit, kind of getting to know each other. We had a lot of new players at the start of the year. So everybody's kind of starting to come together, and a couple road trips kind of helps with that.
Get a couple new players in, like Matt Garbowski, who's been a solid two-way forward for us, and Ryan Harrison, who's come in and done an excellent job. And he's a guy that's played on the top line and the third line and specialty teams, and he's really surprised us in how well he can play in every situation.
There's going to be highs, there's going to be lows, just like any season. But hopefully there's some more good than there is bad for the rest of the year, and get in the playoffs. And just like any team, hopefully be playing well when those times come around, and roll on in.
I'm 29 years old, and I played 5 years at the American League level. I think there's a lot of guys on our team, the older guys, that just won a championship here. And I think that's our main goal. And if it wasn't, then I don't think guys would be here. So I think there's a big group of guys. I know there's guys that want to move up, but the big, older core group of guys, we're looking for a championship, and that's it.
A dramatic finish in our highlight game of the week is next on ECHL Week.
What are you doing?
Sarah, I love you.
It's my brother. Keep going.
Sarah, will you marry?
What do you want, Todd?
Keep it going! If you sit on your phone, you butt dial people. It's what you do. Todd! If you want to save 15% or more on car insurance, you switch to Geico. It's what you do.
I know we just met like 2 months ago.
Hi, this is Jefferson Dahl of the Idaho Steelheads, and you can tweet me at JDahl14.
Hi, this is David Kalamatas of the Manchester Monarchs, and you're watching ECHL Week.
It's a highlight season for the Wheeling Nailers, the 25th year of the franchise. Speaking of highlights, let's take a look at our highlight game of the week.
Now it's dropped to face off win for Gerling. Center point Hauk. Over to the far side, Alderson slap shot, he scores. The puck here comes from Michelli back into his offensive zone. Drop pass, Alderson shoots and scores. Alderson turns it over, Brian Kieran, the slot off the goalpost. It comes back to Riem, Rister, he scores! Now he's into his offensive zone, finds Marshall in front, he shoots, and it's a crossbar rebound, score! Glenina! Shane Baker, the short-handed goal in Atlanta, ties the game in 2, a minute 35 left in period number 3. 38.8 seconds left. Jason Oman wins the draw to the right point. Shiplow waits, shoots, score! Gladiators! Tyler Shiplow, his first point in his last 10 games, and it's a big one. He gives the Glads the lead with 34.6 seconds left.
Hi, this is Lucas Havali, broadcaster for the Elmira Jackals, and you're watching ECHL Week.
The men behind the microphones. It's time for Voices of the ECHL.
to school at Syracuse University, and when I was up at Syracuse, they have an American Hockey League team there, the Syracuse Crunch. So my junior year there, my third year in Syracuse, I joined the team as a broadcast assistant, helped out on the air for 2 seasons there, and that was really how it all began. With the Jackals, I help out in corporate sales, media, public relations, work out the social media. So it's basically we wear all hats here with the arena and with the team. So we help out with all arena events at First Arena, which is a terrific building. The broadcaster for the Syracuse Crunch, Dan Duva, actually mentioned to me when I was up there, a trick when you're getting overexcited, either before a game or during a game, is to repeat the word food. And you just slowly food, food, food. And that kind of slows down the voice and gets you back. If you're going too high, it brings it back down to earth a bit. The games, you know, once you get on the air, you can't beat that. It's just so much fun, just being able to interact with the fans on the air, in the arena, wherever. It's just a great experience, a great time. It's hockey, so there's no complaints when you're sitting in a hockey arena, getting an opportunity to watch the game you love and to call the game you love.
The first show from season number 5 of ECHL Week is in the books. From Wheeling, West Virginia, thanks for watching. Please remember to follow us on Twitter, like us on Facebook, and subscribe on YouTube to keep up to date on all that's going on in the ECHL. We'll see you next time.